Goodbye, Google? And is the Microsoft and OpenAI partnership fraying? Like it or not, a few US-based technology companies have an increasing stranglehold on our world. These include Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, and of course Google, otherwise known as Alphabet Incorporated. But this could be coming to an end. In the EU, for example, Apple has been forced to open up their App Store, and there are hints that the EU may call for Google to be broken up. Now Google is facing pressure from the US Justice Department on the possibility that it could, in the near future, submit a filing that could break up the company. This relates to monopolistic approaches to its search, engine, and advertising business. But Google is perhaps being given a final chance to change its business model with a framework for a change. This relates to a plaintiff's proposed remedy framework. One of the core changes is that Google should aim to break itself up into business units and which would trade independently of each other. This might include the splitting off of Chrome and Android into separate spin-off companies. But at the core of the changes relates to Google's advertising revenue, and where the remedy framework is looking for Google to share more of their advertising revenue with its competitors and for it to be more transparent in how advertisements are actually processed. Many too worry about Google's power in AI, and the remedy framework hints at the opportunity for users to opt out of their AI products, and that Google should share more of its data through APIs or application programming interfaces. Google, though, has rained against the proposals in a blog of DOJ's radical and sweeping proposals risk hurting consumers, businesses and developers. It states that we are concerned that the DOJ is already signalling requests that go far beyond the specific legal case issues in this case. And this case is about a set of search distribution contracts. Rather than focus on that, the government seems to have been pursuing a sweeping agenda that will impact numerous industries and products. OpenAI and Microsoft. The increasing power of AI is also worrying many about the growing power of large US companies such as Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI. Recently, the New York Times outlined that there are tensions between OpenAI and Microsoft in their 5-year partnership. The article outlines that OpenAI is struggling with its finances, and there is a feeling that Microsoft is not perhaps providing it with enough computing power. Anyone who has used ChatGPT recently will see that it does seem to be struggling with demand. Within the partnership, Microsoft have already invested $13 billion in OpenAI, but where OpenAI is still losing around $5 billion in the current financial year. OpenAI thus needs more money and more computing power in order to keep up with its enhancements. A surprising thing in the partnership is that if OpenAI achieves artificial general intelligence, AGI, then OpenAI can terminate its contract with Microsoft. With AGI, we would reach a point where machine intelligence passed the point of human intelligence, otherwise known as the singularity. The clause exists so that Microsoft would not use AGI for its own purposes. In order to trigger the clause in the contract, it would just be up to the CEO of OpenAI that AGI had been achieved. For Microsoft, there is perhaps a feeling that they need to invest more in their own AI infrastructure, just in case the partnership with OpenAI fails in some way. This includes the hiring of staff from Infection for at least $650 billion. Also, its co-founder has been put in charge of Microsoft's AI business. Conclusions. We should all be worried about the increased power of just a few technology companies, and breaking up their stranglehold on the market might be the best thing for our future.